Hello everyone, James here. Guess what? This is Unit 12. We made it to the end. So, congratulations. Time went by really quick. It doesn't even seem like June, does it? So, congratulations. We finally made it to Unit 12. But we're not done yet, so we still have a lot of things to do, especially your oral presentation. And you guys also have your two CBT tests. Again, I don't know about the CBTs. All I know is that you do have to take the midterm and the final exam. And the information that you can get for the CBTs is right here at this website. So hopefully you guys have already signed up for your tests. If you have not, please go to this website down here. And it should explain what's going to happen for your CBTs. Okay, so remember, this is your responsibility. You're going to have to go to this website. Again, when you go to this website, you guys will get information about your CBTs, and in that case, I cannot help you if you do not take the test. Okay, so if you have any questions about the CBTs, please go to this website and try to find your answers. Otherwise, if you're having problems with it or you're not quite certain, please post your questions to the class Kakao and I will try to help you as much as I can, okay? So again, your CBT exams, go to this website here to verify your dates, to verify your times, to register for the tests, okay? Alright, other than that, your oral presentation, you guys, we practiced last week about that, and thank you very much. Just remember that when you're given your oral presentation online, it's important to let me see your face. Okay, your face is the most important thing. So when we're making the videos, please make sure that I can see your face clearly. I want to see from your head all the way down to your torso, about this much. Okay. And most of you guys did that last week, okay, on your practice presentation there on Kakao, okay? So let's go over this one more time. So your oral presentation is going to be due January 14th at 11:59. You will make the video, you will upload the video to the oral presentation folder on Plato, okay? And I'll talk about that here again in just a minute. Your oral presentation manuscript, that's due next Sunday, and this is just your assignment 2. So if you have not made any changes to your manuscript, to your assignment 2, you're just going to re-upload your assignment 2 to that folder, okay? If you made some changes, if you took sentences away or added some sentences to it, then you are going to upload that file to the oral presentation manuscript folder, okay? So I'll explain that a little bit later too. Your Smart Choice Practice Extra Credit, Units 7 through 12, you guys know that the due date is the 26th of this month of June. So please make sure that you complete the extra credit. You should have already done Units 7 through 11 already. 11 was due for homework last week, so make sure you complete that. Okay, other than that, let me get into your Unit 12. We're going to talk about the news, talk about reported speech, be able to talk about the news and reported speech. Okay, reported speech, well, we probably see that in the news all the time when people are reporting about things. Reporters use speech like this, okay? So it'll be very simple, okay? So let's go ahead and jump into it, you guys. I'm going to go over the vocabulary on page 76 in your book. And again, we're talking about reporting, okay? We're talking about things you might see in newspapers, things you might see on news programs, on TV, in articles, things that are part of entertainment, okay? We'll see things like that, Okay, so this is what the vocabulary is going over here. So if you look at the vocabulary for exercise 1 up here, you'll see news report, reporter, article, headline, newspaper, tabloid, paparazzi, and celebrities. Okay, so here we have a picture of some people here, and we'll just plug these into where they're supposed to go. Okay, so if we look at number 1 here, you'll see here is a gentleman here. He's got a suit and a tie, and he has a microphone. He's got an N probably for news or something like that, and he's yelling questions at these people here. So who is he? Who would he be? Well, he would be a reporter. Okay, reporters trying to ask questions for a newspaper, magazine, TV program, or whatever. Here's a person standing back here. He's got a camera flashing going on here. These people tend to follow celebrities or famous people and take their pictures. They would be called the paparazzi. Okay, so number 2 is F there. These people, they seem to be the famous people who the paparazzi is taking a picture of. He's trying to ask questions to. Looks like there's a photo of these people on this tabloid here, so these must be the celebrities. These are the famous people that they're taking a picture of. And I just gave you the answer here for number 4. Here is a magazine type newspaper that usually has gossip of some sort about celebrities or other stars. Stars married, you can see right here, so this would be called a tabloid. So number 4 is D. Number 5, if you look at the TV back here, you'll see there's a gentleman, looks like a reporter as well. See some snow falling here. He's got a microphone, so he's reporting a story about the weather. So it's a weather report. So number 5 is A. Number 6, down here on the stand here, these things that are here, snow delays flights. These are newspapers, of course. They're newspapers. So number 6 is D. This top title, it looks like a title, now snow delays flights. This would be the most major part of the newspaper, so it would be the headline. Okay, the headline. And of course, the story that the headline refers to, or any headline refers to, is called the article. Okay, so the story itself is the article. Okay, so there you go. There's the vocabulary, exercise 1 for the vocabulary part. Now let's jump to exercise 2. Let's not forget what we saw in exercise 1 though. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to complete this chart. We have some more words here in the box. Then we're going to add more words from the picture. So we're going to take the picture words and we're going to throw them down here. Okay, so news people. Okay, news people. Who are some news people? Well, an editor is a news person for a magazine or for a newspaper. Let's see, are there any other people here? A blogger. A blogger is a person, of course, who writes blogs. Okay, it's a person. And a journalist. A journalist is a person who reports on stories, okay, in newspapers or on TV programs or magazines, of course. Okay, and that's all the people that I see. Okay, things they produce. Okay, what are these people produce? Okay, their productions. Well, most reporters or most journalists write columns in newspapers or magazines. Let's see. Yep. Well, that's really about it. That's all I see here for that. Let's see. Politics, things they produce. They produce. Yeah, I suppose they could produce gossip. But usually gossip is what they report, or subjects that they cover. Okay, and all the rest, sports, that's going to be a subject. Politics as well is going to be a subject. And business is a subject. Okay, business is a subject, what they talk about. Okay, so it's going to get kind of complicated here. Now, if you look at the top, okay, now what we want to do is we want to bring some of these words down here too, because it says then add more words from the picture. So if we look at the picture, if we look at number 1 here, so a reporter is a person as well. Okay, then the others, the paparazzi, Celebrities, they would be people, okay? They would be news people that we talk about, okay? So celebrities would go in there. And what are other things that people in this business produce? They produce reports. I'm just going to stick with report, okay? Report, because there could be sports reports, weather reports, political reports. They produce newspapers. They produce tabloids. They produce articles. Wow, most of them go in under here, don't they? Okay, go down here. And then the subject they cover, well, like I said, I'm going to put weather down here because they do talk about the weather. Okay, that's a subject. Um, gossip, the gossip could probably be in both of these places down here. So gossip would be something that they produce. They just talk about celebrities or things, and a gossip column or gossip is what they talk about. Celebrities talking about other celebrities and things like that. Okay, whew-wee, that's quite a mess going on here. But hopefully you guys can take a look at the answers that I gave on the slideshow there, okay? Okay, so that's it for the vocabulary, okay, for Unit 12. So again, we're talking about news, we're talking about reporting, we're talking about things you might see in newspapers and magazines and things like that, okay? So there are your answers, okay? Nice and neat, not that crazy stuff that we just did there. So again, go over the vocabulary, make sure that you understand the vocabulary as usual. Also, go over these vocabulary words and don't forget the words from page 138, okay? Otherwise, I'm going to jump right into your grammar point here, and the grammar point information is on this PPT, so you don't have to make another or go to another PPT. So we're going to talk about reported speech. Okay, reported speech. It's pretty easy. You might see this in, again, newspaper articles. You'll see them in magazines. You'll hear it on TV. So when we're talking about reported speech, you have to separate that from direct speech. Okay, for example, direct speech is the speaker's exact words. Okay, that's the speaker's exact words, what they said. You might see something like this: I am in South Korea, he said. I am in South Korea, he said. Okay, so you're quoting, you're using quotes in this situation. And there should be a quote here. Let me do something here really quickly. Okay, I'll put a quote there. That should be more correct. Okay, so again, a direct speech is the speaker's exact words. So I'm in South Korea, that's exactly what that person said. Okay, reported speech is a restatement of the speaker's words. So something like this: he said that he was in South Korea. He said that he was in South Korea. So this would be reported speech. This is the exact quote. This is the direct speech. Okay, so how do we do this? Okay, so here are a couple of rules. When using reporting verbs, say, explain, tell, there really aren't too many. Maybe declared might be some of those. When using a reporting verb, we use the past tense. Okay, in the past tense. And normally you change the verb tense in the that clause. Okay, so what are we saying here? Okay, so here's the reported speech. Okay, and we're using say in the situation. You'll notice that it is in the past tense. Okay, said Dave. I don't feel well, said Dave. Okay, so this is the direct speech here. This verb is in the past. Okay, it's in the past tense. Okay, and change the verb tense in the that clause. Okay, so what are we saying here? So if we take this direct speech and we change it to reporting speech, you notice that we change that too. Okay, here's the direct. It says I don't feel well. Okay, like right now, Chico, I don't feel well. Now when we're using the reporting speech, we're going to change this verb into the past. Okay, so I don't feel well, said Dave. Reporting speech, Dave said that he didn't feel well. He didn't feel well. Okay, so both of these are going to be changed to the past tense. Okay, The verb tell is followed by an object pronoun, a noun or a pronoun. Okay, so like, and I see a problem with this a lot in English language learners. She told me that she was tired. Okay, she told me that she was tired. This is an object pronoun. Okay, she told me. He told her. I told him. They told me. Okay, when you use told, you're going to have something like this. She told James that she was tired. So sometimes you can use a name, just a regular proper noun. You can use a name, a noun in general, or you can use a pronoun like that. Okay. The verb say is not followed by an object. Okay, not followed. She said that she was tired. She said that she was tired. Okay, so again, when you use tell, you need to have an object pronoun of some sort, whether it's a proper noun, a common noun, or a pronoun in a situation like that. When you use say, you don't use an object for that. Okay. Okay. That's basically it, you guys. Very simple terms. So let's jump into our grammar exercise here. Okay. Look at page 78. As usual, let me erase this mess that I made here. Quite a mess going on there. Turn to page 78. Okay. So let's take care of this business here. All right. So look at the top here at this grammar box, and here we can see the quotations. Okay, so we know that this is direct. Okay, this is direct speech here. It's what somebody is saying exactly, and you'll notice the verbs in these particular situations. Oftentimes the verbs are in the present, oftentimes. Okay, up here at the top you can see that they're in the present here. Is of course. Sometimes they're in the past, sometimes. Now what are you going to do in that situation there? Again, you're going to use the past tense, or you're going to change it to another tense. So if we take these direct speech and change it to a reporting speech, say the ticket is for $300,000, the article said that the ticket was for $300,000. Okay, again, we're changing the verb to the past. And you notice in the reported speech, that is in parentheses here. You can eliminate it. Okay, most of the time we use it. I use it. Okay, some people don't use it. You can say the article said the ticket was for $300,000. So you can totally eliminate that. He asked her why the fine was so high. Again, we're changing the verb tenses to the past. Okay, we're changing it to the past, and we're using the verbs from the direct speech. We're changing it. Here they're using, it looks like we're using the past with a past participle here. Okay, so this looks like to be the past perfect in this situation here. Okay. All right, so keep in mind that we're going to be using the PP as well in some situations. Okay, we got could, we got would, so we're going to be using modals as well in some situations here. Okay, so look at this box, and again, if you have any other questions about the use of reported speech, look at page 136 for some extra information. Otherwise, I'm just going to jump into this here. And it says, rewrite the sentences as reported speech. So we're going to take the direct speech here, and we're going to change it into a reported speech here. Okay. So number one is already done. It says, I'm not interested in politics. She said that she wasn't interested in politics. So again, we're going to take this verb. Okay, this is the be verb. We're going to change it to the past. Okay, and we're going to flip it and change it to reported speech. Okay. All right, number two, it says, I won't earn as much as a movie star. I won't earn as much as a movie star. So how do we do that? Okay, she told us what? Okay, so we're going to put that in there. She told us that. Again, that is, it's optional. I use it, especially in situations where I'm reporting it. Okay, so she told us that who is the subject, the movie star. She told us that she we're going to need to change this to, what would we change this? This would be a contraction for will not. Okay, I will not earn as much as a movie star. So we're going to need to change that to, we're going to change that to the past, make it a modal. Okay, so she told us that she would not or wouldn't earn as much as a movie star. Okay, so we'll take that and we'll throw that all the way over here. Okay, so how would we flip this to a reported speech? I won't earn as much as a movie star. You would say she told us that she wouldn't earn as much as a movie star. She told us that she wouldn't earn as much as a movie star. Okay, number 3. Okay, here we have am, a be verb, in a situation here. It says, I'm starring in a new movie soon, he said. I'm starring in a new movie soon. So, take this direct speech, change it into a reported speech. He said, again, that. Subject, be verb. Okay, be verb. So how do we change that? Okay, well, this is kind of complicated here because this is actually the present perfect. Okay, present perfect in the situation, or also it's also something in the future, similar to will not. Okay, something similar to will not. So you might have something like, and you can change this. You can say something like, he said that he would be. This would be complicated. So we'll use a modal in this situation here. He said that he would be starring in a movie soon. Let me erase this here. Okay, so he said that he would be starring in a new movie soon. Okay, so I'm starring in a new movie soon. He said that he would be starring in a new movie soon. Or he said that he is going to star in a new movie soon. So you can change it. This would probably be the most common, but there's not just one direct answer for that. Okay? Alright, so number 4. I haven't read the article yet. I haven't read the article yet. Okay, so change that to reporting. I told her that. Okay, there's our that. Bring our subject in here. I. Okay, are we really going to change this? Have not read. This is the present perfect. Okay, I told her that I haven't read the article yet. We're just going to keep this the same. We'll throw that in there. Okay, so we really don't need to change that verb in this situation here. It's already the present perfect. So I told her that I haven't read the article yet. Or in this situation here, we can keep it at that. Or we can also use the past perfect as well. We can also say, I told her, let me erase this, and we'll put, let me erase all of this here. Let's take all that away. And in this situation, you'll probably see some people using the past perfect as well. Okay, so you can say, I haven't read the article yet. I told her that I haven't read the article yet. Or I told her that I hadn't read the article yet. So honestly, you can either use the present perfect, you can just leave it as it is, you can use that, or you can probably throw in the past perfect as well. So either one in that situation would be fine, I believe. Okay? Alright, so there you go. That's how you switch the direct speech to the reported speech. Okay, now let's jump down here to the last one here. And now we're asking questions. Excuse me. Okay, so complete the reported questions with who, what, or if, then write the direct questions. Okay? So now when we're changing this direct speech to reported speech, we know how to do that. Now, what are you going to do when you take it and then use that information to ask questions? Okay? So we're going to use who. We know who is with people, right? Who is with people, always with people. Okay, always with people. What is with things. Okay, things. Places. Okay, places as well. Animals. Okay, animals. Animals. If, of course, is a conditional. Okay, in the situation here, they asked her if she was married. Okay, if she is married, are you married? Okay, are you married? He asked her blah 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 newspaper she read. Okay, so here we're talking about things. Okay, we're talking about things. We can't use if in this situation here. Okay, we can't use that. So we're going to use things. So he asked her what newspapers she read. He asked her what newspaper she read. So how would she ask the questions? What newspapers, we'll bring that over here, newspapers. Okay, direct speech, have, asked her directly, have you read? Okay, what newspapers have you read? Okay, so, too much going on here. Oh, it's so hard writing this. I need a pen. Okay, alright, so he asked her what newspapers she read. What newspapers have you read? What newspapers have you read? Okay, jump into number 3. She asked him, blah, 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 he had ever met a celebrity. Oh, we got a subject here. Okay, got a subject. So we're asking a condition here. So in this situation here, she asked him if he had ever met a celebrity. Have you ever met a celebrity? Have you ever met a celebrity? Okay, change that to a question. Have you, and I think we use this tense when we were talking about present perfect, asking about experiences, what somebody has done in the past. Have you ever met a celebrity? Have you ever met a celebrity? She asked him if he had ever met a celebrity. Have you ever met a celebrity? Okay, last one here. They asked her blah 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 she would meet this weekend. Okay, they asked her blah blah blah. Okay, this actually depends on the conversation they were having before. So in this situation here, you can probably use either what or who in this situation here. Who would probably be most common since you don't know what the beginning conversation was. What if they're talking about a movie? Let's say that she said, oh, I'm going to see a movie this weekend. You might ask the question, they asked her what she would see this weekend. Oh, well, what movie would you see this weekend? Or if you don't know the conversation, you can say they asked her who she would see this weekend. So C is the kicker here. We could be talking about a movie. We could be talking about a person in this situation here. Who are you going to see this weekend? I'm going to see my friend. What are you going to see this weekend? Well, I'm going to see a Skyscraper, or I'm going to see Star Wars or something like that. So it depends on the conversation before. So we could be talking about seeing a movie, or we could be talking about seeing a person, meeting a person. So I think either one would be fine in this situation here. So let's just choose one. Since we don't know the beginning of the conversation, we'll say who in this situation. So we'll say who, that should be capital. Who, here is would in the past. Okay, who will you see this weekend? Okay, who will you see this weekend? Okay, again, this could be what. Okay, we could put what in there. You can say, what will you see this weekend? Okay, who might be better? Okay, again, we don't know the conversation before. Okay, so could stand by itself? Who will you see this weekend? If you're talking about a movie, you most commonly would say, what movie will you see this weekend? Okay, so we'll stick with who. Who can stand by itself? With what, we're going to need to have movie in that situation. Okay. All right, so basically that's it for your grammar point, guys. Again, what you'll need to be able to do is you'll need to be able to take direct speech, and we'll need to be able to change it to reporting speech. Okay, that's basically what we will need to do. Okay, so that's it. Okay, that's the exercises for your grammar point for today. Okay, and I'll go ahead and wrap this up and close this out as usual. All right, so that's it. I've given you guys the answers as usual. There are the answers. Again, look at number 4. Number 4 is kind of tricky, so make sure that you'll be able to take the direct questions or direct speech and change it to reported speech. That's it. Okay. All right. So that's it for your grammar and your vocabulary. So let me go over your oral presentation. Okay, and just tell you what's going on here. And again, we practiced a little bit last week. The speech that I want you guys to give, you're not going to post that to KakaoTalk, of course, but I want to see, a picture, maybe more of a portrait picture, not a landscape. A lot of people use landscape. Uh, landscape is more of long this way, short this way. I want more of a portrait. Okay, I want more of a portrait. So let me go over the guidelines one more time. Okay, again, you will use your assignment 2 persuasive essay as your manuscript. If you don't change it, that's good. You can just post that. If you do change your assignment 2, you'll need to upload that as well. Your oral presentation, your persuasive speech must be 3 minutes. So our target is 3 minutes. You may need to add more sentences to your manuscript if you can't speak for 3 minutes. So you're going to have to adjust it. Okay, you got to get that 3-minute mark. So you need to add sentences, take some sentences away. That's going to be up to you. You must memorize the manuscript. If you read, there will be deductions. If I notice that you're reading, if you're looking down, too much, I can tell that you're reading. So if I notice that you are reading, you'll be deducted a little bit, not too much. But if you need some help, use some cards, use some cue cards if you need to. Use a PPT to help you. Okay, you can use that. You can stand up there like a regular speech and use some cue cards. It's a presentation. Okay. As I mentioned, the time window is 3 minutes. Try to get in this window from 2 minutes 45 seconds to 3 minutes and 15 seconds. That's the window that I want to see. Outside of that, you're going to start losing points. Okay, -1 point for each 15 seconds outside of the window. Okay. These are the 6 areas that I mentioned: eye contact, your voice, your audio quality. Make sure that you have nice video, 720 or 1080. Make sure that the audio is really nice. I can hear you very clearly. No noise in the background. Make sure it's quiet in the room. Your pronunciation, your preparation, accuracy. Accuracy should be similar to what is on your manuscript. And then your target language. Okay, the target language are the signals that we've been using, the vocabulary that you've been using. Okay, so that's how I'm going to be grading you. The video guidelines, of course, please use a white or bright colored background. Okay, it should be just flat white like a wall. Okay, there should not be books, no beds behind you, no bookshelves. Don't do it in front of a window where you can see outside. Make sure you use a white or bright colored background. Take video of upper body, okay, from your belly button to your head. Okay, so it should be just this part right here. Okay, that's all I want to see. Nice portrait. Okay, a portrait. Okay, from there to there. Make sure the room is well lit. Make sure I can see your face. Okay, there should be a light in front of you. Okay, not the light behind you. It should be in front of you. I should see your face. I need to see your face very clearly. So use light to brighten you up a little bit. Make sure, as I mentioned, the video needs to be 720 or 1080. Okay. Make sure your audio is clean. Okay, nice clean audio. No noise in the background. Don't take your video at a party. Okay, your oral presentation, your persuasive speech deadline is June 14th. Okay, so you still have 2 weeks. But again, don't wait until the very last minute. Most of you guys waited to the very last minute for your practice last week. Okay, so this is for real. Don't wait. Okay, get it done as soon as you can. Please upload your video to the oral presentation persuasive speech folder. I've already opened the folder, so you can upload it anytime you want to now. You must upload your oral presentation manuscript before your video. So by next Sunday, I want your manuscript, the manuscript that you will use for your oral presentation, because I need to print it out. When I'm watching your video, I'm going to be checking your manuscript to make sure that you're saying what's on there. So please upload your oral presentation manuscript to the oral presentation manuscript folder. Okay, that's due this week. Okay, it's due next Sunday. Okay, so please upload that. This is your last Cacao homework, guys. Okay, this is the last one. Congratulations. Okay, we want you to answer the following questions. Okay, we're talking about newspaper articles, news. Okay, news in general. So answer these questions. How do you get your news? How often do you read or listen to the news? And what kinds of news stories interest you the most? Okay, so we've got 3 questions here. So, you know, I don't want too much. Just give me 3 sentences, 4 sentences for your answer. Okay, so I get my news from CNN. I watch or read CNN multiple times a day. I'm always watching the news. What kinds of news stories interest you the most? I'm interested in politics a little bit. I'm interested in science mostly, entertainment. I'm interested in those things. Okay, so give me your answers. Okay, how do you get your news? How often do you read or listen to the news? And what kinds of news stories interest you the most? Okay, answer those questions. Try to use the grammar points we talked about this week, but it's going to be difficult to use reported speech. Okay, so just do your best. Okay, answer the questions. Post them to the class Cacao. Use full sentences. You have until Sunday. Okay, Sunday. Practice your reading. Okay, as usual, please practice the reading from Unit 12, the Dance Club blog. And please remember, when you do take the CBT, that there is reading on your CBT tests. So hopefully you've been practicing your reading. Practice the vocabulary words from page 138. Okay, as usual, practice your reading. Complete all Unit 12 activities in Smart Choice Practice. Okay, do your activities from Unit 12. That's due Sunday as well. And don't forget your online lecture. We're coming up to the end. So I think this week and next week, that might be the last of your videos. So please make sure that you watch all those videos. Okie dokie. And that's it, you guys. That's it. Everybody have a wonderful week. Keep practicing for your oral presentation, and maybe I'll see you around somewhere. All right, bye, everybody. I'll see you guys around. Bye-bye.